I knew it wouldn't happen. I mean, you just gotta laugh at this year. Honestly, it's just there's lost for words how funny it actually is. So, cause there's no doubt. Honestly, say it's just funny. I'm lost for words. We all knew it wasn't going to happen. We all knew it wasn't on the 25th. The Earth's going to be flooded on the 25th. We knew that these people were false prophets. So, because they knew it wasn't going to happen on the 25th of December, now, oh, supposedly God has postponed it. I'm sure God changes his mind and says, hey, we're not going to flood the earth now. Genesis clearly says what it says. He makes a covenant with Noah and says, I will not flood the earth. So as I was saying before it ended again for no reason, we all knew this wasn't going to happen. It's just laughable. It really is. We all knew it wasn't going to happen. Anyone that's read the Bible, and this should be a lesson to people, stop listening to false prophets. The amount of people that I've seen on YouTube and on social media were lying and saying, oh, I received a vision from God. I received a vision and a dream from God. The world's going to end on December 25th. I knew it'd be right. And I knew these people were false prophets. It's just so easy to say. Someone that actually studies the Bible and reads it can see right through this. It wasn't going to happen. That's a fact. It honestly is. So who's shocked that this didn't happen? No one. So postpone that. God has answered our prayers. The rains and floods have been postponed. No, it wasn't postponed. It's you're a false prophet. That's as simple as that. Um, it's just laughable. It's just mental illness. It honestly is. No one fell for this besides people that don't read the Bible. And there's a thing that I forgot to mention. Anyone saying that this was going to happen now who looks like a fool. Two, anyone saying that it was going to happen, you were literally calling God a liar and saying that God decides to break the covenant, which is one, blasphemous. Why would God break the covenant? He didn't. So that alone is laughable. It really is. Stupid nonsense that wasn't going to happen. And it was very obvious that it wasn't going to happen. I said it wasn't going to happen. Let it be known and let every man be exposed as a liar, because that's said false prophets will rise. We knew it wasn't going to happen. We honestly did. Go to Google. And these are signs for false prophets. A false prophet is someone who falsely claims divine inspiration or speaks for God, leading people astray with deceitful messages, often for personal gain, wealth, or to promote false doctrine. And again, saying they've received visions. He didn't receive a vision at all, he just made it up. Absolutely just made it up. Which is the problem again with Christianity. They just believe anything. Some lying false prophet, there's many on here, saying, oh, I've received a vision from God. No, you haven't received a vision from God at all. Just give me a second, I want to check the audio. Saying, oh, I've received a vision. Yeah, so the audio is working. I just wanted to check. But this is how we test false prophets. If they prophesy and it doesn't happen, like people were saying, what should the punishment be for this guy if he's found out to be a false prophet? Just laugh at him. So we do, just laugh at him, like Elijah did to the Baal worshippers. Just laugh at him. The Israelites mocked the Canaanites. They laughed at him. That's what you should do to this guy. Just laugh at these false prophets. Because it's not a vision from God. It obviously wasn't. He was just making it up and lying. And as I said, I came across a video on here of someone saying the world's going to end on December 26th, and then they had it. You can just go look it up. There's one of a child saying, "Oh, there's a tsunami of like 800 feet that's gonna destroy the earth on December 25th." Garbage. There's no doubt that mother told the kid to say that. It's very obvious. It's very obvious. Because how would a kid know what a tsunami is? Especially a toddler. I mean, get real. Lying devils, all they are. They serve themselves. And they're just false prophets. Anyone that makes a prophecy, Jesus said, for a reason, no one knows the day or the hour for a reason. So all these false prophets that keep coming along saying, oh, the world's going to end on this certain day. No, it's not. No one knows the day besides God. So if even the angels in heaven don't know the day, how you really think did God say to the biblical Noah the exact date? No, he didn't. No one's going to know. No one is going to know the day or the hour. And all these people saying they receive visions from God, like, oh, there's going to be asteroids hitting the earth and stuff like that, or there's going to be a 800-foot tsunami to destroy America or whatever. It's all crap. It really is. It's not biblical. It's imaginations. It's made up. None of that is biblical. Nowhere does it say in the Bible that an 800-foot, basically, tsunami is going to fly through New York. Nowhere. And two, the earth is going to be destroyed by fire. So anyone saying there's going to be a tsunami, that just proves again these people didn't read the Bible. And we'll show how the world's going to be destroyed. World, world will be destroyed by fire. This is what God said. So this is what it says. States that the earth will be destroyed by fire. The day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. So there you go. Nobody's going to know when it is. What does a thief do? They sneak in someone's house or whatever while they're asleep. Nobody knows when it's going to happen. They just appear. A criminal just appears. They don't tell you when they're going to come and break in your house, do they? They don't tell you. That's why Jesus said it's like a thief in the night. You're not going to know. It's just going to happen. You're not going to have a clue when it's going to happen. So all these false prophets saying we know the exact day are liars and deceivers, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. This passage describes a future day of judgment where the current world system is dissolved by intense heat, leading to a new heaven and earth, though some interpretations debate whether it's a complete annihilation. So we see, and there's many people saying the earth won't be destroyed. It will. Why do you think God says he creates a new earth? The earth will be destroyed by fire, not water. This is just God saying this, so who are you going to believe? You're going to believe man, a lying false prophet, or God? So we say, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Lord of God, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved. Heaven simulate the sky. If you know the real shape of the earth, you know exactly what the heavens are. The Greeks believed in the same. There's multiple layers of heaven. Even Islam knows this. There's one which is the earth. The second is what they call space. The third is like the galaxies. Hence why nobody can get to God. No one can. There's multiple heavens. Heaven just simulates a reality. That's why it says multiple heavens. Looking for the hastening unto the coming of the Lord. Nevertheless, we according to his promise look for new heavens and new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. So this earth is going to be destroyed. The heavens are going to be destroyed, which simulates the sky. And obviously the realities. So yeah, that's how the earth's going to end. It's not going to... So it's very obvious these people in Gehenna, whatever, do not read the Bible. They obviously don't. They don't read it, because if they read the Bible, they would know for a fact that the earth is never going to end by water ever again. That's just facts. Go read Revelation, that's how the world's going to end. So why these people, we all know why they do it, because they're false prophets and they like deceiving people because they're of the devil, their father. But why people are deceived about it, this is why you're supposed to read the Bible, so this doesn't happen. If you've done a basic thing like read the Bible, read Revelation. I've read Revelation so many times. That's why I know I didn't fall for this. And I've actually read the Old Testament. This is why it was so easy to see that this was just a false prophecy. Oh, it's been delayed. It's been delayed. God said it's been delayed. Since when does God delay his plans? Never. Nonsense. And it even says there's one here. This is the Bible verse we're looking for. God's promise not to destroy earth. And again, I don't know why I'm being recommended this stream. This is what I said. I don't even watch the certain people. Not to destroy earth by a flood with a future. I mean, it's just a basic Google thing. Do people in Gehenna actually have the internet? They must have, because this guy uploaded a video to, I think, TikTok. So they have the internet. A basic Google search would tell you that this guy is prophesying fake stuff. It's what they thrive on, fear. It's what it is, fear. It's what they do. It's fear. And there's no reason to fear anyway. If the world ends, the world ends. What have you got to fear? God's promise not to destroy the earth by flood with a future destruction by fire is primarily found in 2 Peter, alongside the covenant in Genesis 9 to 11, stating God promised never to flood the earth again, but the current heavens and earth are reserved for fire on Judgment Day, a fire that purifies. See what this person's saying. Exactly. There's many interpretations. Many people believe World War III, nuclear weapons, because nuclear weapons cause fire and would completely annihilate the face of the earth. The sun would destroy the earth. There's many ways God can use things to destroy the earth by fire. Exactly. There's going to be plagues and famines as well. So we see, it was very obvious this person was just making it up. So go to 2 Peter. The world of Noah's day was destroyed by a flood, water, and the current heavens and earth are reserved for fire. So this is what God said. Kept for the final day of judgment and destruction for the ungodly, highlighting God's power to both judge and reserve, reminding believers that scoffers who doubt the second coming ignore past judgment. So you see, by these waters also the world of that time was deluged and destroyed. By the same word, the present heavens and earth are reserved for fire, being kept for the day of judgment and destruction of the ungodly. So he contrasts this with the future, so you see, it's going to be destroyed by fire. And nobody knows the day. Nobody can put a date on it. 50 years, 100 years, nobody can put a number on it. No one knows. So, again, the earth is going to be destroyed by fire. Which again will be this. But this is not the real shape of the earth. We've already said that. But the earth will be completely in fire, and the heavens and everything on it will be destroyed. That's just a fact. And again, God doesn't have to use things like, people say it's stuff like this, nuclear weapons, which again, World War III would cause a thing if we had every single country on the face of the earth using nuclear weapons. It would be destroyed by fire. The earth would be unlivable, completely unlivable. But most likely it isn't that, because again, the Messiah returns. The Messiah returns. So yeah, probably is nuclear weapons, because again, nuclear weapons, like I said, but God doesn't have to use nuclear weapons. This is the point. And most of the I've said in the last video, most nuclear weapons footage is fake. God's divine judgment will be fire. see this. No one knows the day or the hour. That's what I just said. No one knows the day or the hour. This is what I'm saying. No one can put. If you're trying to figure out when Judgment Day is, you're never gonna figure it out. There's a reason Jesus said no one knows the day or the. He said all the signs, what was going to happen, and everything like that. But Jesus said no one will know that day, not the angels in heaven, but the Father alone. So you're not going to be able to figure out the day. No one is. Not even the Israelites can figure out the day. No one can. All it says is pray that it doesn't happen during winter. That's all it says. No one will ever figure out the day. It's impossible. And this is the main issue with these false prophets. They continue to keep making dates over and over and over again, making themselves look a fool, saying end of the world 2026, end of the world 2027, end of the world 2028, end of the world 2030, end of the world 1 million years, 1 million years. No one's ever gonna figure out the date. And it's time people should just accept that. Only God knows. It's Judgment Day is going to come down on the earth when you least expect it. God's already warned people. He's already warned them. He's not going to warn them when judgment's coming, and that's it. It's too late. It's already given signs. And you'll know when Judgment Day's happening because, again, the sun. This is when you'll know when Judgment Days don't happening. The sun and the moon will be out on the same day. The moon will be blood red. The sun will be black. Pure black. That's what will happen. So that's when people will know when the Day of Judgment is. It's the stream, that's what's happening. We're exposing that the world is not ending on December 25th. That's what we're doing here. And I don't know what you asked me. You'll just have to ask it again because I wasn't looking. I can't look on the phone while streaming. So you'll just have to mention it again. Well, no one knows the day or the hour. We'll just show that scripture because Jesus says all the signs, but you won't know the day. No, I spelled it wrong. No one knows the hours of the Father. So yeah, there's a reason Jesus said this, because the Israelites were asking him back then. They were saying, Jesus, Jesus, how will he know that I come in? And he says, you're not going to know. You'll see the signs, but you're not going to know when I return. And it says exclusive knowledge. Only the Father perfectly knows the Son, and only the Son perfectly knows the Father. Jesus acts as the sole meditator, revealing the Father to humanity. We already know all of this. But this is what Jesus says. That you either listen to Jesus or not. Well, she could just straight up search for it. Where is it? King James Version. Now we'll go to the full chapter because this is what Jesus says. what he said to the 12 disciples. Now when John had heard in the prison the works of Christ, he sent 2 of his disciples, and said unto him, Art thou he that come, or do we look for another? Jesus answered and said unto them, Go and shew John again those things which ye do hear and see. So this is him doing all the miracles and stuff like that, and preaching the gospel and stuff like that. But, and then this is when they ask the question, but what went ye out for to see? A prophet? Yet I say unto you, and more than a prophet. That exposes Islam. For this is he of whom it is written, Behold, I send my messenger before thy face, which shall prepare thy way before thee. Verily I say unto you, among them that are born with women, so it goes into it, goes into what about heaven and stuff like that, and on and on. It again goes into it. I'm just showing you. At that time Jesus answered and said, Thee, O Father, Lord of heaven, and because of thee thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and hast revealed them unto babes. Even so, Father, for so it seemed good in thy sight. All things are delivered unto me of my Father, and no man knoweth the Son but the Father, neither knoweth any man. So again, we'll go back. We see Jesus with that one. So they were asking him. What the one that I wanted was this one. We were just using that as a point. The prophets asked him many times. Jesus said many stuff. Go down. All things are delivered unto me. Again, the wrong one again. No. No one knows. That's not what Paul. No one knows the day. Knows the day or hour. That's what I wanted. When no one knows the day or the hour, a biblical phrase from Jesus, which is in Matthew, emphasizing that the timing of future significant events, particularly his return and the end times, is known only to God the Father, urging believers to believe in constant readiness and watchfulness, not to be complained, but to be prepared for the unexpected. So again, so it's kept secret, specifically says it. We go down. I don't know why it keeps all the new translation. I don't want the new translation. I want the King James. This is what I wanted from the start. This is what I wanted. And Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him to shew him the building of the temple. So again, this is the disciples again. You just go read it. And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. Again, reason Jesus said that. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumours of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kindred against kindred, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many, which we're seeing happen. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And again, the gospel will be preached all over the world, so then nobody will have an excuse. And then this is where Jesus says, and woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray ye that your fight be not in winter, neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. And then again, many people say, oh, here's Christ. Other false prophets. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall shew great signs and wonders, in so much that if it were possible, it shall deceive the very elect. Behold, I have told you before. So he's told them this multiple times. Wherefore, if they shall say unto you, behold, he is in the desert, again, the Mahdi, who is waiting for a Messiah to appear in the desert. So don't believe it. If anyone says, hey, the Messiah's in the desert, which would be the Middle East, because that's where the desert is, don't believe it. There's a reason Jesus kept saying specific locations and specific stuff. There's no desert in America. The most desert is in the Middle East. So if someone from the Middle East says, hey, oh, Jesus is in the desert, don't believe it. But this is why I said this is the problem. If anyone watching this thinks that you're ever going to figure the day out when Jesus is going to return on the face of the earth, good luck with that. You are never going to figure the day out. Jesus only knows the day and the Father, because Jesus is God. People say that God humbled himself in the form of with Christ. Jesus is God, he's part of the God, so obviously he knows the day. But he was just making a point. Even the prophets, the apostles, the Israelites, they didn't have a clue when the day was, hence why they kept asking Jesus. And Jesus was like, look, you're not going to know the day. You'll know the signs, but you won't know the day. And that is a problem. Anyone trying to say, oh, it's 50 years, 100 years, is a false prophet. So again, these are all the things. Again, heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. But of that day, again, he says all these signs. You'll know the signs, because they kept asking, well, when are we going to know Jesus? And he clearly said, these are the signs. You're not going to know the day, though. He made it very clear. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of heaven shall be shaken, and then shall the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. So that's when it's going to happen. So there's not no, hey, we're going to know a day before. So people need to accept it. It's not 50 years, 100 years, 1,000 years, 60 years, whatever. You're never going to know the date. You will know when you see the Son of Man, Christ, in the sky. That's when you'll know. By time then, it's too late. So stop trying to figure out the day, because there's many false prophets. They look with signs through astrology, the signs in the sky. Oh, let's study the stars, stuff like that. Let's study the Passover, stuff like that. Let's study the phases of the moon. And then they think they've got the date. They did the same thing years ago. And look where it got them. They were studying the phases of the moon. That's what the pagans do. It's what they do. They look at the phases of the moon. That's what pagans did. They were like, oh, there's a blood moon, there's a blood moon, there's a blood moon. Oh, the world's going to end suddenly in 2024 or whatever. That's what they said, and it didn't happen. Because this is what happens when you try and look for signs in the sky and stuff like that. You're never going to know. Accept what Jesus said and deal with it. Because this is what it says. After the tribulation, the sun shall be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven. So when all of this happens, it's already Judgment Day. The sun and the moon are not just going to happen 24 hours before Christ returns. It's not going to happen. As soon as this happens, Christ is coming. So there's no planning. Oh wait, we can repent now. No, it's over. Christ is coming. Judgment's coming. And again, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Now learn a parable. So notice how it says heaven, it simulates the sky. Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. So likewise, when ye shall see all these things, so until you see these things, you're not gonna know. Know that it is near, even at the doors. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. But of that day, he makes it very clear. He says, yeah, you'll see the signs, but you're not going to know the day. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. Even Jesus admits it. But as the days of Noah were, so also. Now what were the times of Noah? Noah didn't go warning people, did he? He didn't say, hey, get in the ark, get in the ark. God told Noah, build the ark. And then Noah's like, oh God, let me go see if, because God was like, no, there's no righteous on the earth. Get in the boat, Noah. And Noah was like, no, God, let me try. God already knew the answer. Noah went, no one listened. He came back to the boat. No one came. It was just him and his family, and nobody listened. So it'll be like that. It comes, thief in the night. Did Noah specifically know the date? No, he didn't. He was just told by God, hey, the earth's going to be flooded, make an ark. Wasn't given a specific date. He was just told there was a flood coming. That was it. He was told to build a boat. It's just facts. So yeah, you're never going to figure out the day. Christians need to accept that. Pastors need to accept it. You'll continue to make false prophecies trying to figure out when he's coming. He's coming when you least expect it. That's what he said. Well, as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark and knew not until the flood came. So yeah, no one knew until it was too late. There you go. Jesus has told you. You are not going to know until it's too late. You're going to see the sun and the moon, and you're going to see all these events happen at the same time. And then Christ is coming down. That's when you'll know. It's too late. Jesus just told you the same thing. The times of Noah, nobody knew until it was too late. Judgment Day, no one's going to know until it's too late. And again, the people that study the signs in the skies are heathens. That's what it says the heathens do. They study the signs in fear of the signs in the sky. God calls those people heathens. They look in the sky for signs. And they're afraid of the things in the sky. So again, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So also the coming of the Son of Man will be. So it's going to be, boom, happens, Jesus is down. By the time you realize what happens, it's already here. So yeah, accept it. It's not 50 years, not 100 years, not 1,000 years. No one knows. You'll know when he's in the sky. That's when you'll know. That's exactly when you'll know. So yeah, that's why you should wholly listen to Jesus and start going off your own interpretation and start trying to figure out the day of judgment, because you're never going to figure it out. And why are you trying to find out the day of judgment in the first place? You should be focusing about, and why would it matter when it is anyway? What have you got to fear? Again, you want to know the date for a reason, because you want to feel special. Jesus, the angels don't know, the prophets don't know, the apostles didn't know, Christians don't know, no one knows. No one on the face of the earth knows. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. It was obvious the world was not going to end on the 25th. It was very obvious of that. We all knew that. There was no scientific facts. There was no floods. There was no rain. no one found evidence of it. No one. So it obviously wasn't going to happen. Two, you saying it was going to happen, you are calling God a liar and saying that God would break that covenant that he made generations ago. So therefore you are calling God a liar because God promised and said, I'm not going to break that covenant. So you're literally saying that he will, which is calling God a liar. You're the liar, not God. So yeah, no one knows the day or the hour. Anyone saying they know the day and the Pacific hour of Judgment Day or the tribulation is a false prophet and a false teacher. Simple as that. I don't care what any Christian says, don't care what any evangelist says. You're all false prophets. Anyone that says a specific date of tribulation or the end of the world or the Son of Man coming is a false prophet. And that's that. True visions from God is not from someone's own imagination. Saying, or of a video that said, there's going to be a 72-hour blackout. I had a vision. BS. Made it up. The world's going to end in 2026. They said it was going to end this year. Didn't happen, did it? This is garbage. But yeah, we all knew it wasn't going to happen. I'm laughing at this false prophet now. That's all I'm doing. It's just funny. Honestly, it's funny to laugh at. I'm not shocked at all. And the person that came in here saying, it's 50 years, it's 100 years. No, it wasn't. And we noticed that they left. Because again, it's what I said. They can't accept that no one knows the day or the hour besides the Father in heaven. That's facts. Deal with it. So yeah, this is the only video that I'm making now. Because I just saw it and I had to laugh at it. This is the only video I'm making tonight. I'll see you later. Good night. Take care, everyone.